Alright guys, what a very frustrating few hours on eBay. So, I say few hours, started last night when I went to bed and continued into the morning this morning. So it's currently Wednesday morning. Yeah, coming to you a bit frustrated this morning. I've put a post on Instagram already, so any of you that have seen that, you know what I'm talking about. Don't ever get too overconfident with eBay, like, as you saw in my last video, £700 weekend, £800 weekend, whatever it was, like 17 orders going out. This morning, right back down again. I did actually have one sale going out, but that sale came through last night, and this morning, cancellation request. So they've cancelled the order, so happy days. The sale in question was somewhere down here. Pair of Gabor shoes, they sold for 40 quid. And yeah, this morning they just decided to cancel it. No reason at all, but it doesn't really matter too much because I hadn't sent the order out. But it's just one of them annoying things, isn't it? It wasn't a no sale day yesterday. I did have 2 in the morning, which I already sent out with yesterday's orders, so... But yeah, that leaves me this morning with no orders to go out at all. I can actually crack on with actually getting some listings done and proper work done, cleaning up some shoes, prepping them, just getting them ready for photos and stuff like that. But in today's video though, the main focus, as you would have seen in the thumbnail and the title, is of course the false claims. Right, so the issue was, last night, just as I went to bed, literally just as I went to bed, head hit the pillow, my phone goes ding, thought it would be a nice sale or something like that, return requested. And of course you click on the return, and you find out what the details were of that return. 9 times out of 10, or maybe a little bit less than that if you're being exact, 9 times out of 10, if you're selling shoes or clothing, it's a doesn't fit return. But of course there are times when buyers like to abuse the policies, and I've talked about this in previous videos. A lot of you said that I'm just nitpicking and I shouldn't care about this, but I do care, because why should we always let the buyers get away with it when we run a business, you know? And it does affect your business account. Basically, this buyer bought a pair of New Balance 327s. You would have actually seen them in the previous video. Sent them out on Monday. They got delivered on Tuesday, which is super quick for Every's postage. This buyer opened the return as doesn't work or as defective, which is a pair of shoes. They're in nearly new condition, and he's opened the return, doesn't work, defective. And he's attached a photo. I'm going to show the photo here on the screen, and it is absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, the shoes in question, pair of New Balance 327s, they have removable insoles, and his description for the return was insoles are coming out of the shoes or something ridiculous like that. Again, I'll flash it up on the screen. Let me just show you down here quickly. I've got this bag of shoes here which are all ready to go. Got a pair of 327s here, and as you can see, his picture is literally like that. I mean, they're a bit dirty, they need to clean up, but you can see the insoles come out of these. They're not glued down, nothing special. That's just the way they are. And he has poked the insole out of the top of the shoe and called it doesn't work, defective. Which to me takes the absolute pee, really, doesn't it? Don't swear on this channel, family friendly. Yeah, so basically what the buyer's doing, he's opened this false return. Because of the options he's picked for eBay, it then allows him to get a free return label from me. I provide the label. Even though that I've already paid for postage to get the item to him because he got free postage, I've now got to pay for a return label. He returns the shoe, gets the full refund, and gets away with it, unless I report him according to eBay. So, with the whole new, like, vintage eBay crap going on, eBay released that email on the 1st of October saying that business sellers are now going to get extra protection against fraudulent returns. And I've had about 4 since then, and I've called up eBay, I've tried to get them to talk, I've tried to talk to someone in person about this, and their response was to go on your sold listing page and just click report buyer. They don't do anything in person. There's nothing through the phone. They can't take immediate action, and that really like got to me, because it's like, why are you putting this in this email saying you're going to help us, and then all you say on the phone is click on report buyer, report them, and then I think I reported them, got an email back from eBay. In that email they state that they're going to get their team to look into it, which is fair enough, and it could take up to 60 days to come up with a response to what's happened. And we all know within 60 days in this business, things move fast. You know, you forget about what happens, you forget about a couple of quid. And if you lose the case, so what? It was 2 months ago, it doesn't matter. But why can't they just take immediate action? Refund your label that you paid for a fraudulent return. And I don't know, I understand it's quite private and we can't find out what happens to the buyers in the end case, but tell us, oh yes, we've given the buyer a warning or something like that. I don't know. But it's just so frustrating, and it's happening so much to me at the moment. So I just thought I'd come on here and just let you guys know that it's not all smooth sailing on eBay. There's always something. As soon as you get the high, you get the low straight after it. So always take it with a pinch of salt, especially my videos. You know, I talk a lot about sales and amazing pickups and stuff, but it's not all meant to be like that. yeah, a lot happens behind the scenes. And a lot of you guys in the comments in my previous video, you mentioned how you appreciate the honesty and stuff. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Say that if you do want to do this business, reselling, yes, it's all well and good. It gives you the freedom of not having a 9-to-5 job. But it does come with the struggles as well. It's not as easy as it as it seems on Instagram, on YouTube. Yeah, so just be prepared for idiots like this you got to deal with on a daily basis. But that being all said, I thought I'd bring you along today for the journey of what I'm going to get done. I've got to generate some sales now because I'm like minus 33 quid, I think, after that refund I had to do. So I got paid the money this morning from yesterday's sale and now have had to give it back. And it's taken it out of my bank account because I've had no funds in my eBay account. So, yay! Right, so over here, we all know this is... I didn't turn the camera around, did I? So over here, this is my listing bench. This is where I take all my photos and stuff. We've got a pair of DMs here. Did not get these off Vinted. We went to go and see Kyla, my wife, went to go and see her grandparents the other day in Bridport. So any of you local to Bridport, there's the high street, super busy, but a few charity shops. The majority of them are overpriced. It's quite a beachy, posh town sort of thing. There is one charity shop in Bridport that always has really good prices, and I always go in there. I always manage to find a few little items, and this one was sitting on the shelf. Pair of DMs, I think size 9 men's. Yeah, size 9 UK. Not that you can see it. There you go, 9 UK. And they wanted 20 quid, so £20 for these. There's the tread on the soles. Pretty good condition, not amazing. I have given them a wash. They're a little bit grubby, so I've given them a clean under the sink, which has dried the leather out quite a lot. But I'm going to go through a little process of what I do in this situation. So once again, going back to my previous video, you guys keep asking me for a cleaning video. It will be coming in the future at some point. I struggle to find the time right now, and it's not priority, so I just don't get it done. But with shoes like this, which are like full leather shoes, I usually take the laces out, give them a good wash, fairy liquid, warm water, give them a good old wash, just to get any mud and grime out of them. Wash the boots, same sort of process, fairy liquid, warm water. And of course it does dry them out. So what I do with this is I use this thing which I've got down here. Here it is. So I just use this Timberland wax leather. Any wax leather cream's going to do the job, but I've just had this Timberland one for about 10 years. So I'm pretty much just working my way through this. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, I've pretty much used most of this. 2 fingers, a little bit of wax cream, just work my way into the leather on the docks, or any shoes which are this sort of leather, waxy leather material. Basically this just brings the leather back to life. Little circles. I mean, there's probably different ways to do it. You could just use like a brown polish. I like to use the sort of waxy leather cream. Gives it a sort of waterproof feel to it. And I just do it in sections. So of course take the laces out as well. You don't want to catch any of this sort of leather cream in the laces. It does take a bit of time, I know that, but it's always worth it because, like I said, I paid 20 quid for these. If they're in good condition, which they are, there's no rips or anything like that, the soles have plenty of good tread on them, and Dr. Martin owners, they don't really care too much about them being in mint condition, so you can usually ask for a good premium, especially on this sort of model. Depending how they come up, these ones should sell for around 65, maybe 75 pound. So there we go, there's a good example. So that's what it was before, sort of all dry and crusty. Give it this little cream up, and there we go. Gives it a nice shine. So that's before, and that's after. There we go. Hopefully it comes out alright in this video. So yeah, I've just got to finish the rest of these boots. I'll quickly stop the video here, finish the boots, and I'll show you guys how they look. Right, okay then, there we have it. So that's the first one, all sort of waxed up. You do need to leave it a few minutes just for it to really like soak into the leather. Otherwise you're left with sort of like finger marks from where you've been rubbing it and stuff. But as you can see, the leather, it all depends how dry the leather was in the first place. This leather was pretty dry, so it's kind of just like soak straight into it. So next step, what I do now, grab a wooden shoe tree. I've got a load of different shoe trees, so there's the inside of the boot, by the way, if you're wondering what the condition's like. Print's still on the insole, really nice. Yeah, I've got a whole load of different shoe trees I use for different shoes, but on these ones, because they're boots, they're quite a big size, I can get away with using a nice wooden one, which is nice and sturdy. Just brings out that sort of leather material there. Also reveals the creases, which I haven't managed to get the polish to, so just go over them a little bit more as well. Should have probably put the shoe tree in before I started polishing it, that would have made more sense, but whatever, we're here now. So lacing up shoes, that's another thing a lot of you ask about. How do you lace up shoes? I mean, you kind of just learn it. There's loads of different styles of lacing up. Depends what you want to go for, really. I mean, For DMs, I usually do the sort of just cross over and over, but you can do the sort of single rung one if you know what I mean. So like that, and then like single again, single again, single, like that. But it all depends what you feel like, and of course the buyer can change it to what they want. What you also want to be doing is make sure the lace is overlapping in the same place. You've got overlapping to the left over here. You want that to be on the same side going up every time. I mean, this is like my OCD coming out, but I believe that this helps things sell. Makes it all look uniform and all pretty nice. And a lot of you like to tuck laces in. I prefer just tying the lace like that, because then people can see the ends of the laces. They can see that they've still got the plastic ends on them. I know there's a proper name for them, but I don't know the exact name. I'll let the cream soak in a little bit more, but as you can see, much better than what it was before. Don't get me wrong, they'll still sell perfectly fine in this condition, but you're probably going to be fetching like £20 less, maybe £15 less. Give them a good little polish up, make them shine a little bit brighter, and there we go. You can see the transformation clear as day. So it's got shoe tree in it, been polished, no shoe tree, no polish, no laces, and look at the difference. So there we go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little cleaning session. Yeah, so I don't do that on every shoe, of course, only on like the sort of leather ones which have dried out a little bit. So yeah, that's the other shoe there that I've just done. As you can see, really nice. Just letting the leather cream soak in a little bit. Yeah, so next step today, let's pick over here. So we've got the DMs to list. I need to pick 10 items, so, well, 10 pairs of shoes. I've already got these 3 here, which I cleaned up the other day. They've all fully dried out now, so they're all good to go. When cleaning up shoes, take the insoles out, take the laces out, do a proper job. Get all inside and out. Got these here. I was very tempted to keep these for myself because they're in pretty good condition. Pair of Hoka Speed Goat 4s. There we go, you got the Vibram soles. Good condition soles. A little bit of wear on the heels there, but nothing too bad. And I've still sold Hokas in worse condition than that, to be honest, on the soles. The only weird thing is the internal label was completely worn off. If you look at the actual like insoles, not too much damage at all, so very strange. The previous owner must have had like a weird sort of step to make that happen, but yeah, it's happened on both shoes, so very odd. Getting a load of people on Instagram at the moment talking about their frustrations with the app and the returns policy and stuff, which I've mentioned. So yeah, we got the DMs, we got the Hokas, that's 2. Got this pair here, which is a pair of Merrells Intercepts, I think that's the model. Sold a pair of these the other day for 75 quid, which is really crazy. This pair not in as good condition, so probably going to fetch around 60, maybe 65. But once again, take the insoles out, give them a good old clean, laces clean. Try and clean the undersoles as well as you can. Quite hard when they're covered in mud, but yeah, not too bad on them. And for any of you wondering, I paid 15 for these ones, 15 for them, plus the vinted fees. What's that, £18.94 I think? Third pair, absolute bargain on these ones. Women's size, I think 5.5. Pegasus Trail 2s, but the condition, absolutely amazing. Bit of mud on the soles, but look at the soles there. Not worn down too much at all. Paid £10 on vinted for them, and again, the insoles, really fresh. Hoping back around £45 on these ones. I've got a pair of DMs here, but I'll probably save them for tomorrow because I don't like to list the same brand twice in one day. Gazelles, £10 for these ones, bargain once again. There we go. The soles need a good old clean up, but once all that muck's off there, then they're going to look pretty fresh, almost like new. And look at the insoles as well. A little bit of a sock fluff, but yeah, really nice and clean. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the DMs. Pair of Birkenstocks, we'll list them. These are brand new with tags. A lot of the time I buy these and they end up being fake, but these ones, I was fairly confident with these ones because they've got the original sort of price label on there. Again, they cost me £10, quite cheap because the storage markings on here. But they should still fetch like 35, 40 quid for them, hopefully. Do a pair of DeWalt work boots as well. Women's like size 6. Again, like new. Cost me, I think, £6, really cheap. Easy 30, maybe £35 for them. Pair of New Balances, got these ones here to do. Never had this model before. I think they're genuine. They look pretty good to be genuine. Hard to tell, always quite hard to tell with New Balances. The only weird thing was this sort of staining down here, which I want to say is like a bleach staining. Can you see that? Just on the tip there, where it's like a different shade of pink. Where it's like grey almost. Yeah, it almost looks like a bleach sort of bleach stain. Yeah, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the DMs, and 2 more pairs. Let's just go these ones and these ones here. So just a pair of Asics, quite a basic pair, nothing too amazing. Paid a tenner for them just because the condition was pretty much like new. they should get about 30, maybe £35. And the final pair to be listed today, this bargain here, Adidas Beckenbauer all-rounds, cost me £6. I don't know if anyone else on there missed out on these, but what an absolute bargain. £6 for these ones. I'll try and flash up the vintage comp if I can find it, but yeah, lovely condition, a little bit grubby on the suede. Should be getting around 45, maybe even like £50 if I can get that marking out the suede. So yeah, that's today's listings. Got to get them all photographed. We've got a few imposts to pick up, a few every parcels to pick up. Nothing to drop off because no sales, like I mentioned. Got another IKEA bag just like this one inside the house, all ready to clean up. Got a few pairs there for tomorrow's listings. Yeah, so plenty to get on with. Like I said, it is just a frustrating time right now on eBay, but we've just got to get past this, brush it off. What's that saying? Don't let a 2-second problem ruin your whole 24-hour day. Something like that. But it's just a little bump in the road. Forget it, iron it out, and carry on just doing what you do. But this whole returns thing is really grinding my gears. Every day I'm edging a little bit closer to open that Vinted Pro account. Right now, Vinted is my lifeline for stock, pretty much. So I don't want to risk that too much. But if I can figure out a way to open a Pro account and keep my other account just for buying shoes, then I'll probably go do it. And eBay, you've got to sort it out. You've got to sort something out. I know you're the big boys, but you've got to figure out some kind of way to cater for your business sellers a bit more professionally. It's not like none of us are saying any of these problems. We all talk about it on Instagram, YouTube and everything. So just try and listen, take in what the problems are, and just work on it a little bit. Anyway, guys, my camera is literally about to die. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. See ya!